Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're really getting into mastering Spanish conversation.
Yeah, we're using insights from this article, Spanish Language Conversation. Best Group 2025, say Habla.
Exactly. And our mission, really, is to pull out the key stuff from this source to help you, unlock your voice in Spanish.
To get you actually speaking it confidently, not just studying it.
Okay, so let's dive in. The article starts pretty strong, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It calls conversation the king in your Spanish learning journey.
It does, yeah. That's quite a statement.
So why the crown? What makes conversation so central?
Well, it really highlights the difference between, let's say, passive learning, just grammar, vocab list, and actually using the language.
Like how kids learn.
Exactly like how kids learn their first language. It's all listening and talking, right?
Yeah.
Lots of mistakes, but constant interaction, not starting with textbooks.
Right. The article seems to say grammar and vocabulary are like the tools.
But conversation is where you actually build something with them. It's where the language comes alive.
So it's the difference between having flour and eggs and actually baking the cake.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. And the source lists some really solid reasons why conversation is, well, basically essential if you want to get fluent.
Okay, let's break those down.
Well, first off, it's that real-time application. You have to think on your feet, use what you know right now.
Which must be great for improving pronunciation and rhythm too, right? Getting that immediate feedback.
Absolutely. Even if it's just someone looking a bit confused or offering a quick correction, that helps you sound more natural, find the right intonation, the right flow.
And listening must get a huge boost too.
Oh, definitely. You're hearing real speech, different speeds, accents, filler words like este or puyas, the pauses. Stuff textbooks just smooth over. Your listening comprehension really sharpens.
And confidence. That seems key.
Crucial. Every little successful chat, even just ordering coffee, builds that confidence, makes the next conversation seem less daunting.
Plus, you get exposure to how people actually talk.
Right. The natural language, idioms, slang, things you just don't find in beginner materials. And honestly, just connecting with people, that provides huge motivation. It keeps you engaged.
So it really sounds like grammar and vocab get you started, but the real work, the shaping, happens in conversation. The article used that metaphor of a forge, right?
Yeah, I like that one, where skills are truly tempered and shaped into fluency. You need that heat, that interaction to make the knowledge useful.
Makes sense. You can have all the raw materials, but the forge makes the sword.
Precisely. But that brings us right up against the big wall, doesn't it? The thing the article says stops most people.
The fear. That feeling before you have to actually speak Spanish.
Oh, yeah, that knot in your stomach. It's real. It usually comes from worrying about mistakes or, sounding silly. Fear of judgment.
So what does the article suggest? How do you tackle this speaking beast, as it calls it?
Okay, so the strategies are pretty practical. First one, start small. Really small.
Like, don't aim for a deep philosophical discussion right away.
Exactly. Simple greetings. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Introductions. Asking for the price of something. Low-stakes stuff. Build up gradually.
Walk before you run. Makes sense.
And tied to that is the second point. Embrace mistakes. See them as learning moments, not failures.
Easier said than done sometimes, though.
True, but the article stresses that native speakers are usually way more interested in just understanding you than in critiquing your grammar. Mistakes are basically free lessons.
So the goal isn't perfection.
Not at all. Strategy 4 is focus on communication. Just get your message across. Being understood is more important than being perfect, especially early on.
Okay. What else? Any mental tricks?
Yeah, a couple. Visualize success. Before you talk, take a second. Imagine it going well. Imagine understanding and being understood. It sounds a bit cheesy maybe, but it can actually calm your nerves.
Okay. Worth a try.
And definitely prepare some basic responses for common questions.
Like, ¿cómo estás? ¿De dónde eres?
Exactly. ¿A qué te dedicas? What do you do? Having those ready just takes some pressure off in the moment. You're not scrambling from zero.
And the article mentions remembering your why.
Yeah, reconnect with why you started learning Spanish in the first place. Was it for travel, family, work? Holding on to that motivation can really help when the fear kicks in.
It's definitely an ongoing process, right? Not a one-and-done thing.
For sure. The article emphasizes patience and celebrating the small wins along the way.
Okay, so we get why it's important. We have strategies for the fear. But where do you actually find people to practice with? That's the next hurdle.
Right. And the good news is the article lists a ton of options so you can find something that fits you.
Like what?
Well, language exchange partners are huge. Using apps, you mentioned Tandem earlier, there's HelloTalk, websites like Conversation Exchange. You connect with native speakers learning your language.
So it's a two-way street.
Exactly. Then there are in-person language exchange meetups, if you prefer face-to-face. You can find groups on sites like meetup.com in many cities, often more social.
What about more structured practice?
That's where online tutors come in. Platforms like italki or PrepPlay connect you with native speakers for paid, one-on-one lessons, great for targeted help and feedback.
Okay. Any other avenues?
Yeah, online language communities and forums. Some are text, but many have voice chats or video sessions, and of course, actual conversation classes online or at local schools.
The simplest one, maybe?
If you have them, friends and family who speak Spanish, don't overlook that. The key advice the article gives is find people or groups you feel comfortable with and maybe share interests. Makes conversation flow easier.
Yeah, talking about something you actually like helps a lot. So even with places to go and fear tackled, starting that first conversation still feels like a jump. How does the article say to kickstart it?
It boils down to having some basic tools ready, like those essential basic
A
phrases.
survival kit.
Pretty much. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo. Mucho gusto. Soy de. Maybe hablo un poco de español. Just enough to open the door.
And critically, how to ask for help.
Oh, yeah. No entiendo. ¿Puedes repetir, por favor? ¿Qué significa? That word you didn't catch. Más despacio, por favor. Slower, please. Knowing these is crucial.
Gives you a safety net.
Exactly. And have a few simple, common beginner conversation topics ready, too.
Like?
Introductions, obviously. Hobbies, what you like to do, your daily routine. Food's always good. Travel, family, the weather. Basic, universal stuff.
Things you can probably already talk about a bit in your own language.
Right. It makes it easier to translate those thoughts. The advice is consistent. Start simple, get comfortable there, then slowly expand.
Okay, so you've started the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep it going and actually learn something? Make the most of it.
Good question. The article has strategies for that, too. A big one is be an active listener.
Meaning, don't just wait for your turn to talk.
Exactly. Really try to understand what the other person is saying. Focus on the meaning, even if you miss words. Pay attention.
And ask questions, presumably.
Yes, ask questions. Use those question words. ¿Qué? ¿Quién? ¿Dónde? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cuándo? ¿Por qué? ¿Cómo? It shows you're interested, keeps the ball rolling, and takes the focus off you for a bit.
What about silence? Awkward pauses.
Don't fear silence. It's okay to pause, to think. It's natural. And if you're stuck, ask for clarification. Use ¿qué significa? Or ¿puedes explicar eso?
Seriously, people are usually happy to help.
Use context, too, right? Body language, tone.
Definitely. Context clues are your friends. Piece things together.
And the article mentioned taking notes.
Yeah, but after the conversation, jot down new words or phrases you heard or used. Review them later. It helps things stick. And if you feel okay about it, ask for feedback. How was my pronunciation? Or did I use that phrase correctly?
It all comes back to consistency, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The source really hammers this home. Consistency is key. Short, regular chats are way better than one long one every blue moon. Like exercise for your brain.
Building on that, the article talks about weaving Spanish into your day even when you're not actively talking to someone. How does that work? Yeah, integrating conversation into your daily life. These are great, low-pressure ways to keep the language active in your head.
Such as?
Like, talk to yourself in Spanish. Narrate what you're doing. Okay, now I'm making coffee. Describe your surroundings. Sounds weird maybe, but it works.
Or just think in Spanish.
Yep, think in Spanish. Try planning your day or just letting your internal monologue run in Spanish for a bit. Another one is reading Spanish texts aloud. Gets your mouth used to the sounds. Helps fluency.
What about music?
Fun one. Sing along to Spanish music. Try to follow the lyrics. Imitate the pronunciation. Great for rhythm and vocab.
Or even just describing things around you.
Yeah, describe pictures or objects. Look at a photo, describe it in Spanish. Pick an object in your room, describe it. Little things, but they add up.
They make Spanish feel less like a subject and more like a tool you actually use.
Exactly. But the article adds a dose of realism, too. It talks about setting expectations.
Ah, yes. Fluency doesn't happen overnight.
No kidding. It takes time, effort. So, the advice is, first, celebrate the small wins. Manage to order food. Understood a joke. Acknowledge that progress. Feel good about it.
And resist comparing yourself.
Big time. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone learns differently, at their own pace. Focus on your journey.
Stay consistent.
Always stay consistent. Keep practicing regularly, even if it's just a little bit.
And find the fun in it.
Crucial. Find enjoyment in the process. Talk about things you like. Find partners you click with. If it feels like a chore, it's harder to stick with.
Tracking progress helps too.
Yeah, like keeping a journal, noting new words. It helps you see how far you've actually come, which is really motivating.
So wrapping this up, this deep dive really shows that getting good at Spanish conversation, it's a journey, but a rewarding one.
Totally. It's about understanding the importance, using those strategies to face the fear, finding ways to practice, and just keeping at it.
And the article leaves us with a pretty pointed final thought, doesn't it? A real call to action.
It does. Basically, stop waiting. Don't wait until you feel perfectly ready or your Spanish is perfect.
Because the best time to start practicing your Spanish language conversation is
Now. Yeah. Take a breath, find a small chance, and just go for it. Connect.
Couldn't say better. Buena suerte.